Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Welcome to the first one, who knows, to our BBH 15 Second Chance story series, where we are previewing and reminding ourselves about these players and what happened in their first season of Big Brother Hometowns and what their second chance story may be. Tonight or today, we are talking about the lovely and wonderful Jessica T, and I'm very excited to do so with the winner of Big Brother Hometowns 12, Miss Lizzy Crabtree. Hey, Lizzy.
Howdy, howdy.
Well, and we're spoiler alert. We're recording these back to back, so you may have already seen Lizzy. If you haven't seen Lizzy yet, then spoiler alert, you might see her again. Ooh, who might potentially be revealed from season 12. But I'm so excited to have you on to talk about another one of your BBH 12 castmates, Jessica.
Yes, I'm so excited to talk about Jess, Queen Jess.
Queen Jess the mess. We love when okay, so give me some overall just like thoughts about Jess the person, like Jess the player we'll get into, but like Jess the person, like you are the social queen of your season 12. Like you got had a connection with, the entire cast. Tell us a little bit about Miss Jess.
You're flattering me too much. I'm like blushing. Jess is amazing. Okay, so first of all, something that I really like about Jess is like she's really funny, but like she's like got like low key sense of humor. Like I don't know how to explain it, but she's really funny. And she's also like very chill. Like literally, I would like be on a call with her. She'd be like playing Animal Crossing, and like I would just be like chilling, and like we would just kind of be like hanging out together, like not even really like talking that much, just like hanging out. She has like this ability to make you feel like you guys have been friends for a long time, really fast, and like I love that about Jess. I just think she's wonderful, and she's super likable. You know, her and Sam, like super likable, and just she's lovely. She's a great person.
Yeah, she truly is one of those people that you meet and it's really hard not to connect with her. Like just because she's very authentically who she is, which is a little bit louder, which is a little bit like chaotic energy. Like we won't say chaotic. Well, let's say frenetic energy. Like she pulses and radiates like life, and it's something that is just so attractive to people. And the first time I met her was in a text-based game, and it was an alias game, so I didn't even know it was her. But like we were just like this, like we were just like drawn to each other, just the energy, like her energy, just even through text. Like she just draws people in. So Jess, let's review. Let's remind ourselves of the story. Jess comes into BBH 12. She does not have a ton going on early game until the boys' room forms. You guys are a part of that together. Ultimately, you guys make it all the way down to the final 4 together.
Yes.
Where Jess is ultimately cut in the 4th spot. Tell us a little bit about Jess, the game player, what like your game relationship with her, but also like playing against her, maybe, because yes, you guys worked together, but you had your own thing and she had her own thing kind of going as well.
Yeah. Jess is smart, is like she's wicked smart in that like she'll have her alliance, but then Jess will have people on the side. Which is smart because like typically it's really smart because you want those people that are going to vouch for you, like from a different point of view, and you want to be able to pivot, which would have been really great for Jess, for her to be able to pivot once the boys' room started to collapse, and stuff like that. So that's really smart of her. Her person was Mark. The issue is she let everybody know her person was Mark. So people like me who had no game relation with Mark, that set off red flags for me. So hopefully she doesn't do that this time. And I think ultimately, like, her downfall was like she waited a little bit too long to make that strong connection. Like she plays a very low key game at the beginning, and I think that she waited a little too long to make a strong connection with Destiny, who won the veto at that time, and so Destiny was already closer with Amanda and with me,
Right.
so Jess was the one to go.
Yeah, and I think you're absolutely correct in assessing that. Like, she was too late to that. Like, and unfortunately for the way the game unfolded for Jess, like, the men lost a lot of power, and she did have good working relationships with a lot of the men. The problem was that they lost a lot of the power, and so the people that she had to as a backup plan kept getting taken out. And then ultimately she was like, okay, I know I need to pivot, but like you said, she was just the smallest bit of time too late. You and Amanda and Destiny had been locked in for pretty much the entire jury phase.
Yes.
And it was just too late at that point for Jess to overcome those relationships that had
exactly. But like, if it had gone down a little bit different, it could have totally been a different story, because that's something that like I didn't do as well as her. Like if the boys started to gain more power, I would have been fucked.
Yeah.
Whereas Jess would have been fine.
She would have been in a great position.
She would have been in a great position. So it really just like, it just happened to be who won power at what time. And yeah, it was unfortunate, but it's not necessarily anything she did, because different day, different story.
Yeah. Oh, and that's the thing too. Like, I mean, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. Like, sometimes the people that you're working with just win power, and you're able to just keep going round by round until you don't fight adversity until like maybe this final 7, the final 6, the final 5, or you're just on the bad end of the receiving stick for the game, and you're like the first 3 rounds you're like constantly fighting for your life. So I think for Jess, it just was a matter of like she ultimately invested in the wrong people because they didn't win power. And I think the biggest thing for Jess this game coming into second chances is girl needs to get some power. She needs to win a comp. She needs to be able to solidify her own relationships and not be dependent on other people to take her further in the game.
I agree. And with winning comps too, like I'm not someone who focuses super on comps, but a comp win helps you so much in the game, because like you start to see where people lie, because people will want to talk game with you if you win a comp. And that's how you start to see, okay, who's in line with who's this person. Like, I tell this person one thing and this other person comes back and tells me they heard something. Like, that I think could really benefit Jess.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. And like she will need to be in a spot where she can have a little bit more influence. I think a lot of times when I think back about her game in season 12, I think she just kind of benefited from not being a man at first. And then she benefits from being someone that people viewed as easier to beat towards the end. And I mean, do you disagree?
I kind of disagree. To be honest, I yes, but like no. I think a reason why Jess stayed is because we liked her. Not that we didn't like the other people, but I think that like Jess, like I was talking to Jess, like I was having video calls with Jess. I know Amanda was having video calls with Jess. Destiny was like all these people were talking to Jess, and people just liked Jess. And so I think that, and like if anything, there's although like she could have been viewed as like an easy beat, there's a reason to get rid of Jess, right? Because she has all these connections, but people didn't, because they're like, I like Jess.
That's true. No, that you're
that's part of it too.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think I was thinking more in terms of like why Monica and Hannah and Macy go before Jess, because they were playing harder, quote unquote, playing harder, But I agree. I think what you said is absolutely correct as well. That like you guys liked her and wanted her to. You just wanted more time in the game with her. And like honestly, goodbye Mark, goodbye Rizzo. Bye Jerry. Like she was more fun to be like hang out with in that game and to talk to. So and that's a great strength to hers as well.
Exactly. Yes. Absolutely.
So Lizzy, what do you think Jess's second chance story could possibly be?
I want Jess to prove that she is a player. Like that's what I want to see from Jess, because I see it and I know that she can play hard. I know that she strategizes. I know that she thinks hard about things. I want to see her put it into motion. That would be amazing. I've seen Jess play not just like BBH, but like other games where she sometimes like goes out early sometimes, or she's so mixed as to where she lands. And I think that this is like the perfect opportunity for her to come in a little bit with a chip on her shoulder to prove that she is this player. And I don't think she's going to have a huge target going in.
No,
so
I agree.
I would love to see her thrive under that and to kind of prove people maybe wrong.
I agree. I think in terms of threat level, Jess comes in probably in the lower tiered of threat levels. Like all of these people have a story and have something to prove. Just some people played the game more visibly than others, and I think Jess falls into that zone where she played a little bit less visible game. She still had a great run and a great shot at the end, probably. And I think were you the HOH at Final Four? Or was it Amanda?
Right. It was me versus Jess on the block.
Yeah. So like in a world where Destiny decides to send you home, does Jess win season 12? Possibly. It's possible. You know what I mean? Like
it depends on who she goes against.
I'm imagining it plays out the same way.
Oh, okay. You're equating our
Yeah, like I'm imagining like if Amanda cuts Destiny again at the final 3 and it's Amanda and Jess, does Jess have a strong enough story and a strong enough final questioning to win? I don't know. But she was potentially just one eviction away from that being a reality. So,
which I think is which is so interesting that like I do think she's not going to come in with a huge target, which is crazy because she was so damn close. But I don't think she comes in with a target, which is I think going to benefit her because she knows how to get there.
Yeah.
But she's not going to have the target of getting. Like I think I love Jess's chances. To be honest, I think she has great chances.
Yeah, I would love to see her do well. I know that she has said to us, like preseason, she thinks she's nearing the end of her time, like playing orgs, and so like it's all a come and go. But like I would love to see her do well here, just for that reason alone. But I also think she obviously has the skills to make that happen for herself anyway. So
I agree. I am rooting for Jess, like in this game and in real life. I just love Jess. So hopefully everybody else loves her as much as I love her.
Yes. Awesome. Well, Lizzy, thank you so much for spending some time with me today to talk about Jess. Let me do the thing. Let me plug the stuff. I guess we'll plug the Discord, join the BH15 Discord, join the fantasy draft, get your picks in, buy some merch. I don't know, whatever. It's the off season. I'm a little rusty. Okay, give me a break. But we'll be back for more of these interviews over the course of, I guess, premiere week. So it'll be a really, really fun time. So until next time, bye everybody.